So namhlanje sizobe senza i-financial mathematics. So before senza ama-question like usually sizobheka ama-explanation wethu, understand ukuthi kahle kahle ku-financial wethu kwenzakalani, si-explain ama-formula. Then masisiqedile sizohamba siyobheka ama-exam questions from i-study guide sethu ongasi-order nawe online. So sine-simple interest ne-compound interest. Now umehluko ku-simple interest ne-compound interest ukuthi i-simple interest, i-interest yakhona i-charge-wa based on imali yakho yoqala. So asithi for example uboleka i-100 rand, okay? Uboleka i-100 rand mhlambe ebank, and then bakutshela ukuthi musuyibhadala uzoyibhadala ne-10% interest, okay? Lokho kusho ukuthi after unyaka wokuqala izobuya seyimalini i-110 rand. Angithi? Okay. So 110 rand after unyaka wokuqala, angithi? But if uyiboleke for 2 years, for example, mangabe uyiboleke for 2 years le 100 rand for 2 years, kusho ukuthi izobuya isibu 110 plus enye 10 rand, so 120 rand. Yabona? Okay, so it's still based on the initial amount yakho obekuyi 100 rand. Okay, so now a compound interest ayukho based yona ku initial amount. Okay, so sithi uboleka i-100 rand still, right? And then in a interest ye 10% futhi. So after year 1, after first year, izobuya i-110%. Angithi asithi ke mhlambe iboleke for 5 years. So now kusho ukuthi unlike la ngeke ibuye i-120. So kuzomela manje ufune imalini, ufune i-10% ye-110 rand. Shukuthi interest yakho ayisekho based on i-100 rand, of which la that's the case. So uzofuna i-10% ye-110 rand. Okay, lokho kusho ukuthi i-compound interest ubhadala way more than any simple interest. Okay, and then sizodila futhi ne-depreciation. So i-depreciation kusho ukuthi ukuluza i-value. Ngisho siyazi for example imoto iphelelwa umgangatho isikhathi siya, angithi the more i-travel ihamba ama-kilometer iphelelwa i-value. So la sizobe sikhuluma nge-equipment, mhlambe imoto, mhlambe ikephe, whatever it is, kodwa izobe iyehlelwa i-value. So now for a simple interest uzosebenzisa le formula lena. For a compound interest reducing balance uzosebenzisa le formula le, okay, where P i-principal amount yakho, A i-final amount, bese N i-period mhlambe ngaba ama-years or whatever, and then I yakho i-interest yakho. And then kube khona i-nominal interest versus i-effective interest. Okay, so now i-nominal interest, i-quoted interest, normally ebank bazothi sizokunikeza interest of 10% per annum, kanjalo. Now i-effective interest, i-actual interest yakho. So ku previous example la bengithe khona uboleka i-100 rand ibuya i-110, angithi. So uyakhumbula ukuthi ku simple interest for unyaka ibuye i-110, na ku compound interest ibuye i-110. But as iminyaka iya mhlambe after 5 years or so, sibonile ukuthi ku compound interest azange qhubeke kube yi-120, yeli ilibe likhuphuka because it based on the the next amount, angithi. So ku compound interest njengoba sibhadala more, those tshelile ukuthi angithi ibank ikutshela ukuthi uzobhadala 10% compounded annually, but siyazi ukuthi actually awubhadali 10% ngoba ilibele iqhubekile idablish. Njengoba besithe for example mungabe uboleke i100 rand, given 10% interest izobuya isi 110, angithi ku simple interest. Kodwa sibongile ukuthi masebenzisa compound interest i100 rand, after a year buya i110, kodwa after another year it's the 10% i110 manje akusisi i10% i100 rand angithi. So now i-actual interest itake into account, ihlanganisa konke lama interest lawa olibelo zolibuwa bhadala ozolibeluwa khokha. So kahle ibank noma ngabe i-loan mungabe kuthiwa uzobhadala 10% of leyo mali leyo, akusiyo i10% as it is if it's for 5 years. Like for example mungabe uthatha i-bond bese kuthiwa uzobhadala 10% after 5 or 20 years, akusiyi 10%, izolibeli cool if you compounded, kodwa uba i-simple izohlala the way ingakhona. So now effective interest iyo le, it's the actual interest rate ukuthi kahle uzobhadala imali engaka, hayi le ibank ekutshela yona angithi. So yeah, and then now lena iformula yakhona sisibenzisayo mangabe sifuna ucalculate an effective interest rate, mangabe ufuna ukwazi ukuthi kahle ngizoba kolota malini mesiphelele yonke, right? So it's 1 plus nominal interest yakho over n, which is the period, minus 1. And then okugcina sizoyenza ama amenities. Okay, so qala nge-future value. So now i-future value kusuke kuukuthi ubeka noma ufaka imali ebank njalo ngemonth. So ayifani ne-simple interest noma i-compound interest, ngoba sakhumbula ukuthi ku-simple and compound interest uvele ufake i-amount a1, angithi uyifaka mhlambe kayi-1 ngonyaka and then usuqedile libe liyakhula, that's why ikhula kancane. But then now i-future value uyifaka every month, mhlambe uyibekela for i-pension or whatever it is. So mhlambe njalo nje ngenyanga when uyahamba uyofaka 100 rand. So leyo interest leyo bazokucharge, bakujokuthi mhlambe sizokunikeza 10% noma 5% of le mali lo uyifakayo. So ifamila yakhona so it's f is equals to x, ile monthly payment oyenzayo, mhlawumbe sisufaka 100 rand njalo wena ebank, bese le interest le ile bazokutshela yona ukuthi mhlawumbe sikucharge 5% noma 11%, whatever. And then lawo n is for a period, mhlawumbe uzofuna ukuyifaka for 10 years or for 15 years or for 100 years, phuma ku angithi. And then again i-future value futhi i-present value now, sorry to say, principal value yona usuke uboleke imali eningi, for example mhlambe i-loan, yeah, usuke uboleke manje i-loan. So manje uma uboleke i-loan kanjalo nayo kumele ulibele ibhadala phela njalo ngemonth. So la usuke ubolekile, la usuke wena uzi-investela. So la mhlambe this usually kusuke kuyi-investment, mhlambe usuke investa 5 usuke ufaka mhlambe 100 rand every month or 5,000 or whatever, bese usuzoyikhipha after 20 years or whatever. But la usuke uboleka, mhlambe ufuna ukuthenga indlu noma i-bond noma imoto, whatever it is. So usuke ubolekile i-loan and then usuke uyakhokha. So ufuna ukwazi ukuthi principal amount mhlambe i-principal amount yakho, then la i-future value yakho. Okay, so nala nakhona bazokunikeza i-interest ukuthi okay, njengoba ubolekele loan wena usuzoyikhokha mhlambe, if mhlambe uboleke 100 rand usuzoyikhokha mhlambe sokuyi-1000, bazokutshela i-interest yakhona. So that is why la i-period yakho i-negative, because kahle uyaluza, because since ubolekile angithi. So la kahle it's a loss angithi. So ubolekile usuyabhadala usuzoyibhadala imore. Angithi ngiyazi ukuthi uma uboleke 100 rand ayubuyisi 100 rand uyibuyisa more than that. Or else if ever uya investor sengukuthi u-earn wakho futhi positive, if ever uya investor ubeka imali encane uyithola injani imore, so you don't lose anything la uyaluza ngoba bakuboleke imali eningi. Umbuzo wethu oqala uthi Mpho, a teacher at Soweto, invested 4,500 in a bank which pays an interest of 8.75% per annum compounded quarterly. She now has 13,500 in the account. How long did she invest the original amount in the account? So lana sitsheliwe ukuthi uMpho othisha waseSoweto uinveste i-4,500, that's why ngi-underlineile lana ebank. Ibank yakhona ibibhadala i-interest ye-8.75% per annum, and sitsheliwe ukuthi sisebenza nge-compound interest, compounded quarterly. She now has ne-13,500. Shukuthi ube invested 4,500 mase seyikhiphe egcineni bese kuyi-13,500. So now umbuzo ukuthi how long did she invest the original amount? Shukuthi uyi-invested for isikhathi esingakanani? That could be months, that could also be iminyaka. Mhlawumbe uyi-invested for 10 years, for 100 years. You need to calculate mele usibonise ukuthi uyi-investe for isikhathi esingakanani. So into yokuqala sizoyenza sizobhala iformula yethu ye-compound interest where A is equals to P to 1 plus I to the power of N. Okay, so u-A wakho i-final amount oku-13,500, u-P i-initial amount oku-4,500, I interest rate yakho oku-8.5%, and then u-N ileyo number of mhlambe years or months or whatever. Okay, so then sesizo substitute the final amount yethu is 13,500. The initial amount yethu is 4,500. Right, 1 plus. Okay, so ngoba i-percent leli sazi ukuthi kumele sithi over 100 angithi, but now sitsheliwe ukuthi i-compounded quarterly, which means it's 1/4 angithi. So that is why sizothi multiply by 1/4. Okay, multiply by 1/4 to the power of N. So mina into engithanda ukuyenza la ukuthi ngivele ngithi 8.75/100 multiply by 1/4 once, bese le answer ngizoyithola la bese uyiplasa no 1. Yabona, bese sokuzoba i-answer yakho to the power of N. Okay, so now 13,500 selling of 4,500 into, okay, so uma sithi 8.57/100 multiply by 1/4 sithola u-0.021875, bese sesimplaza nalo 1 sithole u-1.021875 to the power of N. Angithi ngoba ngishilo ukuthi uthi 8.75 divided by 100 uthole i-answer yakhona, bese uthi multiply by 1/4 uthole i-answer yakhona, bese uzothi plus loya 1 loyana, bese uzothola this answer to the power of N angithi. Okay, then from there sesizodivide ngo-4,500 both amaside wethu ngapha nangapha 4,500. So lo uzokhansela lo, bese sisithi 13,500 divided by 4,500 sithole u-3. Okay, 1.021875 to the power of n. So ungaround off anything until kuze kube sekugcineni. So masisesilana singasebenzisa ama log laws, angithi ama log rule. Siyazi ukuthi n wethu is going to be equals to log of a number which is 3, log of a number, it's n for number divided by log of base, right, which is 1.021. Okay, so this is over the substitute. The n is equals to log of number 3 divided by log of a base, which is 1.021875. Then uthola answer yakho mayiphansi ku calculator uthola u50.48 quarterly. Okay, quarterly. Kodwa uma ufuna mhlambe ukuyirepresenta in the number of years uzothi 50.48 divide by 4 because ikwota uzothola u12.62 yeminyaka. So ngoba abashonga ukuthi i-answer yakho uyirepresente ngama number of years noma ngama number of months, ungabhala u2 lama answer wakho. Okay, lokho kusho ukuthi umpho njengoba beinveste u4500 ku interest rate yaka 8.75, kumele athathe 12.62 years ukuze akwazi ukuthi ayithole seyimalini seyi 13,500. Umbuzo wethu landelayo wesi2 uthi Mbali wants a townhouse in Sandton for 700,000. She pays a deposit of 20% and then takes a loan for the balance at the rate of 18% per annum, compounded monthly. And then how much money must Mbali borrow from the bank? Okay, so Mbali ufuna ukuthenga i-townhouse eSandton. The townhouse afuna ukuyithenga ibiza 700,000. So wahamba wayobhadala i-deposit ye 20%. And then shuthi ngoba usasele ngenye 80% phela akayibhadalanga akakhokhanga yonke le 700,000. And then usithatha i-loan manje ngoba kushuthi akanayo 700,000. Usithatha i-loan for le 80% esele, and le loan le ayithathayo manje inayo ine interest rate yakhona is 18% per annum, compounded monthly. So now mele sazi ukuthi umbali mele aboleke malini, original amount of money mele ayiboleke ebank ukuze akwazi ukuthi abhadale le 700,000 njengoba nje afuna i-townhouse eSandton. Okay, so lena ilula kabi nje. So into ongayenza la ungathi i-total amount yakho, which is that 700,000, is equals to i-deposit plus i-loan. Okay, so now total yakho 700,000. I-deposit i-20% yayo yona le 700,000. So it's 20% 20 over 100, which is 20%, multiplied by 700,000 plus i-loan. So i-loan yakho X because sifuna ukwazi ukuthi kumele athathe malini ku-loan. Okay, so now mangizothi 20 divided by 100 bese ngithi multiply by 700,000. Le answer uzoyithola la usuzothi 700,000 minus yonke le answer ngizoyithola la bese uzokunikeza ini i-loan. So now mangiphanja ku calculator yami ngithi 700,000 minus 20% of 700,000 ngithola 560,000. So ngithola 560,000. Okay. Oh, enye indlela ongayenza ngayo this whole thing. Enye indlela ongayenza ngayo elula nakhona. Ungavele uthi i-loan yakho is equals to i-remaining percentage. Angithi ubhadale i-20% and mokhipha u-20 kusala ubani u-80% in order ukuthi sithole a full 100%. Angithi so ungavele uthi 80% multiplied by 700,000. Sazi ukuthi 80% it's actually 80 over 100 multiplied by 700,000 and izosinikeza ubani 560,000. Okay, so unga double checka answer yakho if ever ayifani unga comment down below usitshele ukuthi wena uthole bani and then sizolungisa from lapho. So umbuzo wethu olandelayo which is uB uthi calculate the monthly payment if she wishes to settle the loan in 15 years. Should manje mele calculate ukuthi kuzomele abadale malini njalo ngemonth, right, njalo ngenyanga in a period of 15 years. Now from a previous question yethu siyakhumbula ukuthi imali ebekumele ayiboleke ebank bekade kuyi 560,000. Okay, so from our basic wethu siyakhumbula le formula le ethi so its present value is equals to monthly installment multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus the interest to the power of negative n, right? So dividing any interest. Okay, so a present value yethu ubani 560,000 which is equals to my installment lawa esiwafunayo to 1 minus 1 plus interest yethu. Now interest yethu lana sitsheliwe ukuthi ubani 18% per annum compounded monthly and siyazi ukuthi sinenyanga ezingaki in a year, sina 12 months angithi. So kuzoba 18 over 100 multiplied by 12 angithi is multiplied by 12 and then now I'm a number of years of 15 angithi. So sizothi 15 times 12 thole u-180 ngoba enyakeni kuna 12 months angithi. All together sizodivide nge-interest oku-18 over 100, right? So le over 1 angithi. So into sizoyenza la sizo cross multiply lokusho ukuthi sizothi 18 over 100 multiplied by 560,000 angithi bese sizothi 1 multiplied by yonke le nto leya. Okay, so uma sithi 18 over 100 multiplied by 560,000 sithola masiphantsa calculator yethu sithola u-8,400 which is equals to x bese uzofaka lokhu konke ecalculating the way kungakhona angithi so sizosala no 0.931 okay so mawuphantsa yonke lento le the way ngakhona noluthola 0.931 so then masisiqedile ke lapho sesizodivide so so 8,400 is equals to x multiplied by 0.931 so divide by 0.931 divided by 0.931 x wethu is equals to masiphantsa ku calculator sithola u 0.56 right 9,022.56 yeah so umbuzo wethu olandelayo uthi Mbali wins lottery and wishes to settle the loan of the 50th payment. Calculate the outstanding balance. So umbali manje usewina ilotto. Atmese wina ilotto kanjalo. Afune manje ukuthi asettle iloan yakhe le ayibolekile ekuqaleni ngithi. Le ayibolekile ekuqaleni for i-50th payment. Ukuthi i-payment yakhe yokus-50. So now so again calculator outstanding balance. Okay. So the number le ngifake kuma brackets ngoba si calculate le ku previous question ngithi. Okay. So I'm sure ufamiliar nale formula. Now outstanding balance is equals to monthly payment to 1 minus 1 plus the interest to the power of negative n all divided by interest. Okay. So now current amount yethu ileyana ebekade ibhadala si calculate ku previous question ayithi 9,1800.36 to 1 plus 1 plus now interest yethu sitsheliwe lapha ku statement angisho ukuthi umethatha i-loan le loan la ithathile selesatshela ukuthi i-interest rate yethu u-18% per annum compounded monthly, right? So that is why sizoba no 0.18 divided by 12. Right? Remember 0.18 is lendole is still the same as ningazoba confused. Lendole is still the same as saying 18% divided by 100 multiplied by 12. Isafan. Okay? So yeah, because it's 12 months, she will do compounded monthly. Right? Okay, now to the power of negative 130. Now, the 130 way to 130 way to ubuyapi. Now sizokhumbula ukuthi ku previous question, ne? Kumbuzo wethu o previously. Khona la sele sathola our number is 180, right? Initially, right? So, lo 180 lo bekade sinayo sathi manje minus 50. Lo 50 lo ubuyapi? Ubuya la. Ngoba kuthiwa umbali makawini lotho, she wishes to settle i-loan yakhe for the 50th payment, right? so kuzoba uloya 180 wethu wokuqala minus 100 minus 50 uzosinikeza 130. Okay, but kuney'ndlela ezithu zokwenza this question. So if ever le ndlela lengenza ngayo uyibona ngathi inzima mhlamba we understand, you can always go to English version yethu basebenzise enye method, and then usuzobona ukuthi kuzozoyi-2 eyiphi obona ngathi uya understand. Kodwa mina ngiprefera le ngoba le i-short and lena i-straightforward ngoba kune formula okwakho nje ukuthi uvele usubstitute ukhumbule lana ne-interest and then that's it. But uma ngabe wena ubona ngathi le thanda ukuba nzimanyana ngaya ku-English version bazoyenza ngendlela ehlukile. So now it's all together usuyo divider ngo 0.18 over 12, and then i-final answer yakho kuzoba 514,437.77. Okay, final answer yakho. Okay, so noma uya ku-English version uzobona ukuthi sithole ama-answer wakhona ayafana, into nje ukuthi mina ngisebenzise i-different approach. And then ungakhohlwa ukuthi lana ngenzeni ngithelo ya 180 wakho wamanamba esimtholile kuma previous question. I think imbuzo wakhona beku A noma beku B angisakhumbula, kodwa yes beku B, and then ku B sele sathola ukuthi anyways bekade kuba bekukade ku 180, so manje sa minusa the 50th payment angithi ukuze sikwazi ukuthola i-outstanding balance le kumele ukuthi umbali ayibhadale. Umbuzo wethu wokugcina uthi Liago Holiday Resort bought a pleasure boat with a value of 4,500,000. The value of the boat depreciates at 11% per annum. Using the reducing method, the price of a new boat increases by 8% annually. The resort plans to replace the boat after 6 years with the aid sinking fluid. So now, lana sitshela ukuthi iLiago Holiday Resort iyathenga umkhumbi. Lo mkhumbi lona i-value yakhona is 4,500,000. Now, i-value yalo mkhumbi lo ilibe iyehla. Shuthi i-value yakhona njengemoto, i-value yemoto iyehla njalo. The more uyi-driver, the more ilibele i-value iyehla ngithi. So the same ke nangomkhumbi. So nakuthiwa using the reducing balance method, important. Now, i-price yalo mkhumbi omusha iyakhuphuka annually. Ngizoyenza example njengemoto futhi. So i-value yemoto iyehla njalo, kodwa imoto ilibele yona ikhuphukile nje njalo, yabona. Maybe that's due to also the economy and you know. So lo mkhumbi lona i-price yakhona ilibele iyakhuphuka nanoma i-value ilibele yona yehla. So i-resort ifuna ukushintsha manje le boat le. So ifuna ukushintsha lo mkhumbi bathenge omunye umkhumbi after 6 years. Okay, so now umbuzo wethu wokuqala uthi determine the value of the existing boat after 6 years. So manje fanele sicalculate i-value yalo mkhumbi lo abangakawushintshi lo abawuthenga ekuqaleni, kodwa ukuthi i-value yakhona after 6 years izobe isingakanani. Well, last year ukuthi value of the boat depreciates, so siyazi ukuthi i-value yalo mkhumbi kumele yehle than i-initial value kunale value bekukade kuyoqala ngithi. So now because isitsheliwe la ukuthi using the reducing balance, and siyazi ukuthi if you're using a reducing balance, then therefore A is equals to P, which is principal amount, plus to minus interest to the power of n. And then the principal amount yakho unikeziwe laphayana to 1 minus. Now interest rate yakho utsheliwe futhi nakhona ukuthi i-value ngoba kuthiwe la calculate the value, so now uyahamba uyobheka the value, right? Depreciating 11%, so 11 over 100. And it's now utsheliwe ukuthi pay annum, azange kushiwo ukuthi monthly or anything, so asina stress. And it's so now kuthiwe the value of the existing boats after 6 years, so unikezwe futhi neminyaka, so which is 6, so value yaphanja in ku calculator yakho, and answer sitholayo u2 2 3 6 4 1 3.81. Okay, so no, sorry, 315.81. so answer yami leyo. Nina mangabe nithole ngafani neyami, ningakhomenta la ngitshela ukuthi nithole bani. Okay, so this was the first one, right? So now umbuzo wesi-2 uthi, now determine the value of the new similar boat after 6 years. Now sesifuna ukucalculate i-boat, enye i-boat, angeke bathe bafuna ukuyishintsha, so ukuthi lena le entsha ke ezobe sishintshiwe le entsha ke. Now you need to determine a value of the new similar boat after 6 years, right? Nisazi ukuthi leyo yini i-simple interest. Okay, so now is njengoba senzile kuma basics, going to be P 1 plus I multiply by N. Alright, and then principal amount yakho nayo laphana 4500000 multiply by 1 plus, right, plus now interest yakho. Now sesizoyisebenzisa lo ya 8%, because the 8% angisho kuthiwa la the price of a new boat increases by, so the interest lena eyomkhumbi omusha, le interest lena eyomkhumbi wakudala. So manje kuthiwe the value of the new similar boat after 6 years. So now suyahamba uyobheka the price of a new boat increases by 8%, so new okusha, right? So it's about 8 over 100 needs. Now multiply by 6, because it's after 6 years, right? And then also value uphanja in everything into your calculator, and uzothola u66800. Answer yakho le masuyiphanje ku calculator. So if ever wena uthole a different answer, then sorry, 6 la, so 6660000. Okay, so which is 6,660,000. Okay, yeah. Okay, so umbuzo wethu olandelayo wokugcina would be uthi determine the value of the sinking fund and the monthly installments to achieve the amount at 10% per annum compounded monthly. So last buzo izinto eziyi-2. Oqala faneke si determine i-value ye sinking fund 1, right? And then 2, kumele sithole i-monthly installments to achieve the amount at 10% per annum compounded monthly. Okay, so sizoqala sithole i-value ye sinking fluid qala. Okay, so siyesa calculator previously sathola ukuthi i-new value yethu beku 6,660,000, right? And then sathola existing value yethu, which was 2236,415.81. So now I think yethu calculator kanjena right? So it's sinking, right, is equals to a new price minus a scrap value, right? Okay, and then now in your price here too, which is 6660000 minus 2236415.81, right? And then the final answer yakho moso punche ku calculator uzothola u 4,2,3,5,84.19. So manje sekumele sicalculate i-monthly installments ukuthi mele babhadale malini njalo ngemonth ukuze bakwazi ukuthi bathole le mali le, ukuze bakwazi ukuthola lo 4,4,2,3,5,84 le number nje sidudla lenkulu, mele babeke malini ebhenki njalo ngemonth ukuze bazokwazi ukuthola ukuthi babe nale mali. So now sesiyenza is2 ngoba sibuziwe futhi ukuthi and the monthly installments. So let's calculate i-value ye-sinking. Manje sesibuza ukuthi mele babhadale malini monthly ukuze bazokwazi ukuthi bathole leya sinking value, right? So sizosebenzisa le equation le, right? Final value is equals to x into 1 plus interest to the power of n minus 1 divided by interest. Okay, so a final value yethu yile esiqeda ukuyicalculate uku 4,4,2,3,5,84.19, which is equals to x yolo simfunayo and 1 plus the interest, which is 10% over 100, divided by 12 noma multiplied by 12 ngaphansi, and it's to the power of n kuzoba 6 multiplied by 12 ngoba kuthiwe monthly, compounded monthly, and ngadlala sijela ukuthi it's 6 years, and it's to replace after 6 years. So minus 1 over 10 over 100 multiply by 12, or just divide this yonke lento lena by 12 phuma ukuthi ufuna yenza kanjani. Okay, so now into eyenzekile lana ukuthi kuzomele uqale uthole i-value yala, uphanje konke lokho kulaphakathi uthole i-value yala, uthole niyala, angithi. So now masuqedile ukuthola i-value yakho, so into ezoyenzeka la ukuthi wena uzophanja lana uthole i-value yakho. So into ozoyenza lana ukuthi uzophanja in i-answer in yonke lento ngendlela the way ibhalwe ngakhona, bese uzothola i-value yakho. Masuqedile uzo-cross multiply because la it's over 1. Shukuthi uzothi 1 multiplied by that and this multiplied by that, bese uyadivide ngale answer ku x, bese u-x wakho ekugcineni uzokunikeza u 4,508.7.4. So if ever wena awutholanga i-answer fana neyami, it's fine, ungakhomenta lana usho ukuthi wena uthole bani ngoba wenze kanjani. But ukumbuzo wethu wokugcina lona, all the best ngama exam wenu.